The night Duke touched down in Houston, he didn't know he was walking straight into his last story, not a robbery, not a random act. This was something else, a trap designed by insiders dressed up as friends. And while Duke came flashing diamonds and dreams, what waited on the other side of that dice table was betrayal dressed in velvet. Let's rewind. Duke the jeweler. Not some street-level chain slinger hustling clout off SoundCloud kids. No, Duke was the real deal, Chicago-bred, custom crafting icy masterpieces for the industry's elite. Self-made, respected, and let's be real, envied. So when Boosie called him down for a business meet in Houston, Duke came ready. He wasn't pulling up with a duffel full of dreams, he brought heat. A Louis bag stuffed with unreleased jewelry pieces, easily worth 7 figures. His own brand, his own hustle. But what he didn't bring, backup, and that's where it all began to slip. The night before it all went sideways, Duke was spotted gambling with J Prince JRB and a few of the Mob T.I.'s regulars. Nothing wild at first. Laughs, drinks, dice rolling. But if you look close, you'd see the first cracks in the glass, because that table, it wasn't about luck. It was a machine. And the parts, 3 guys always rotating those dice, Little Cam, Big Capri, and Wolf. Whispers said they were running a loaded dice ring, rigged so tightly even Vegas would blush. Now picture this Duke, confident, dripping in gold, steps into the game. Starts winning. Not just small stacks, real money. Tens of thousands, then hundreds. The kind of heat that makes sharks circle. And this time, the wrong man was eating. That's when everything shifted. Freeze the footage, yes, it exists. Boosie whistles, barely audible. His nephew catches the cue. Red hoodie guy taps his arm. Energy changes. From smiles to silence. From game to grim. Like everyone in the room knew something Duke didn't. And Duke, he just kept rolling, kept laughing, kept posting. He didn't know the countdown had already started. Now fast forward. Dice game's done. Duke's walking through a dark parking garage alone. No escort, no security. Just a man who'd been flexing stacks hours earlier, now walking straight into silence. And then gunshots. No robbery. No jewels missing. That $1 million chain still on him. The cash untouched. So if it wasn't a stick up, it was an execution. And here's where the smoke turns to fire. The Louis Vuitton bag gone that night resurfaces. But not on the street, not with a fence. It pops up inside Boosie's house. Let that marinate. Houston PD confirms it. The same bag Duke brought to do business ended up with the man who said he barely knew him. Same Boosie who posted shaky IG lives from a plane, fumbling explanations like a man sitting on secrets. First it was, he walked off. Then it was, he was just some dude I met. But how you letting a random dude roll with you, gamble with your circle, bring $1 million in ice, and then leave him to walk solo into the night? And now the feds are circling, not just asking questions. They're building timelines, pulling phone data. Duke's last ping inside Boosie's studio. And when they cracked open Duke's rental car, they found prints belonging to Boosie's nephew and cousin. Not just suspicion, now direct evidence. And the witnesses? Oh, they're talking. One said they saw Duke alone, calm, focused. But out the shadows came Boosie's nephew, like he'd been waiting. Like this wasn't heat of the moment. This was planned, precise, predatory. Duke swung first, fought, but never stood a chance. And here's what chills the spine. They didn't even pretend it was a robbery. They didn't snatch chains, didn't grab the bag, because they already had it. It wasn't about the money. It was about shutting him up. Now zoom out. Takeoff killed under eerily similar dice game circumstances. Same energy, same players. Same host, J Prince JRB. If you've been in the industry long enough, you've heard the whispers. Check in when you hit Houston. Unspoken rules. But now people are starting to ask, what if the check-in isn't protection? What if it's a setup? 50 Cent isn't staying silent. He's been posting, dropping clues, shining a flashlight into the Mob T.I.'s closet, cryptic captions, leaked receipts. And he's not alone. Whack 100's been airing out what others only dared whisper. Now there's talk of RICO cases, federal, heat, artists pulling back from Houston, concerts canceled, PR teams panicking, but the streets, they're still talking. Finesse 2 times Mob T.I.'s former golden child has distanced himself completely. No more shout-outs, no more public love. Rumor has it J Prince JRB was messing with Finesse's baby mama. Some even claim she's pregnant with his kid. Whether true or not, the silence is loud. Finesse walked away, leaving Mob T.I.'s behind like a man who knows too much. And J. Prince C. Oster, he tried warning him, tried pulling strings to get Finesse out of jail. But when the loyalty cracked, the whole empire started to wobble. This isn't about street drama anymore. This is chess. And Boosie, he's on the board too. Word is he's sweating. The feds have peeled off Duke's case from his old charges. This is fresh, focused, surgical. They're tracing every move, watching his estate, following the money. And rumors say even his girl saw him come back that night looking pale, nervous like he'd just seen something he wasn't ready for. Now ask yourself, why would someone as calculated as Boosie let a high-profile guest walk off alone with $1 million in jewelry? Why would J. Prince JRB host a rigged dice game twice with 2 high-profile deaths connected to them? Coincidence? Nah, that math ain't mathing. This is bigger. This is layered. And the longer it goes quiet, the louder the story becomes. Because Duke wasn't supposed to be a warning. He was supposed to disappear, but he didn't. His death started a domino effect. Artists pulling back, fans speaking out, odds flipping, insiders distancing. And now, the Mob T.I.'s name, once protected by silence, is surrounded by sirens. And the final piece, that dice table, always rotating, always controlled. But once, just once, the wrong man rolled the dice and he won. And that's what got him killed. This isn't over. It's only just started.